Nobody wins when the family feels.
News.
Willana was kind. She had a magnetic personality and that smile to die for. Just, she loved to smile.
A grieving mother is sharing her daughter's story and hopes it will help prevent domestic violence. 20-year-old Willana Bibbs was shot and killed in Davenport on Mother's Day.
Her boyfriend, 31-year-old Justin Wright, is facing a first-degree murder charge in her death. Tonight, TV6's Spencer Mackey shares what her mother wants the community to know.
So that would have probably been her last call trying to get to me. And I'm real sick about it.
It was the morning of Mother's Day when Cassandra Bibbs got a text from her daughter.
She said, "Hey, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I love you and appreciate you for everything you do. Love, Bud, call me." And she told me to call her.
Later in the day, she gave her daughter a call and got no answer. But while at work, she noticed several missed calls.
She called me about 4 times in a row, like back to back to back to back.
Her daughter, 20-year-old Willana Bibbs, was in Davenport with her boyfriend, 31-year-old Justin Wright. According to Willana's mom, they were in the area for a birthday party.
That relationship they had was toxic.
Cassandra says the couple fought, and Wright was controlling.
I think that he might have been just a little bit jealous of the relationship we had because we always called her, we always checked on her.
And just before 1:30 on May 9th, Davenport police responded to the 1500 block of Calvin Street for a disturbance. It was there Willana was pronounced dead by first responders. Justin Wright is facing a first-degree murder charge.
We just saying share Willana's story, and maybe it will help somebody else going through domestic violence.
Cassandra says she's heartbroken.
That was my sweetheart. That was my sweetheart. That was my sweet baby.
And she thinks about her daughter every single day.
I am truly missing her. Truly.
But her trust in God is helping her through the grieving process.
I think without that faith and that hope, it would be like having nothing.
In Davenport, Spencer Mackey, TV6 News.
Trial out of Scott County. 33-year-old Justin Wright was found guilty of killing his then-girlfriend, 20-year-old Willana Bibbs. This happened in May of 2021 in a house on Calvin Street where Bibbs was shot and killed. A jury found Wright guilty on first-degree murder charges, and he is scheduled to be sentenced on June 14th.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
But they all had to be young and he wanted them to be submissive.
How you like the industry, man?
I actually got in the industry through R. Kelly. He
Dope.
grew up with my mom, and I
Dope.
just came in that way. He seen me doing some stuff. I started doing music when I was like 8 years old. So by the time I was like 12, he had caught wind of what I was doing.
Okay.
And he was like, "Man, dude, come to the studio." And I started writing songs.
Shout out my lip forever. That's dope, man. So R. Kelly, you started from R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Was it his personal studio, or y'all kind of like?
Yeah, we was actually working out of his house. Yeah, for sure.
Word, man. So I see you got the blue check on Instagram, man. So that means you official.
The blue check has got me done it. That's all I say. That's it. That's the only reason I wanted it. I ain't care about nothing else. I just knew what it was going on.
At times I ask myself where I went wrong. I changed myself to feel like I belong. Put on a mask to try and have some friends over and over again.
Of course. But you got 2 lovely young ladies on the couch.
True.
Who are they?
So I'm going to actually let them introduce themselves because I don't like to tell other people's stories.
We don't need a mic.
Good evening, it's TV6's Monterricosa on the scene of a domestic disturbance is what we believe, what police have told us so far. But this is on the 1500 block of Calvin Street, and police have been here for over 7 hours at this point.
Some of this stuff I can't fathom. It's like I was talking to Ann, I can't fathom why she wouldn't have left this dude or not want to, introduce Willana to him, knowing what type of dude that he was to her. She told me she thought that he would treat Willana different.
I know that was a lot for an intro, family, but I wanted you guys caught up. You see, the last video I did had to go in the members only. Now, because of that, I wanted to request the interrogation. 2 weeks later, I got it. So in this video, we're about to hear from a producer who's held responsible for taking the life of his girlfriend on Mother's Day just 2 years ago. I'm gonna let you guys hear his reasoning and what he did and how he went about the situation. But before we get into this one, remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. With a long intro, you guys are about to see the full interrogation. I took out all the skips and the lounging throughout the process. This man is Justin L. Wright, 34 years old. He was just sentenced to 25 years in prison for the demise of his then girlfriend, 20-year-old Willana Bibbs. May she rest in peace and love and condolences to her family. They was allegedly in a polygamy relationship. Justin, he was a jeweler, a songwriter, a producer, and a singer.
I just have PTSD, so the door just...
Oh,
yeah.
The jump from it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with you there. I apologize.
That's not your fault.
Justin, what's your last name?
Wright, W-R-I-G-H-T.
What's your birthday?
6/10/89.
And you got a phone number?
My phone is not on right now.
If I needed to get a hold of you, is there any number that's working right now? Anything like that?
I was gonna get another phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. What's an address for you, Justin?
35 Atlanta. And that's you. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I can look up the zip.
It's 30341.
I'm getting down south too often. Not often enough.
Man, I wish I wouldn't have came back. No.
It's with you. You're not under arrest right now.
He already went over him. You don't even have to do that.
I'm gonna do it
just for your own comfort.
You know how, like, you probably wouldn't want somebody else talking about your jewelry and selling it for you.
Right.
Is that a fair?
Understand. My daughter. I've never been away from my daughter this long.
Is your daughter
the two is like some place called like PlayStation or something like that. So
I
went there.
The trampolines.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we went there, but I was late because
I think it's called Helium.
Maybe yeah. So I missed that.
Okay.
I completely missed their party. So I got there when they were leaving, like walking out. Then Joy stayed with me. I've been taking Joy to school and like daycare, picking her up from daycare like this whole week before they left. So I've been staying at my mom's, and we all been sleeping right there. I don't know if you've seen. Well, you didn't.
I was not up there.
But there was like a little fake bed that was in the living room where we've been sleeping at.
Like an air mattress type thing.
It's like a beanbag mattress. I don't know where they got it from. It's crazy.
Okay. And it was it just you and Jayla that drove up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know it sounds like you and Jayla's mom have some issues.
Really?
Are you currently dating, in a relationship?
Mm-mm.
Anything? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. That gives me some good background. So you're just came in town because of some family stuff. It happens to be your daughter's birthday.
James' dad just went into the ICU. My aunt Dixie, she just had like 4 surgeries. So it's been like, you know how it goes when it's something bad happening. It's always in threes. Yeah, that's what my mom always taught me.
I was saying a similar thing not too long ago, Justin.
So that's the only reason we stayed this long, or I would have just left. And then it was my nephew's birthday on the 7th, which was yesterday. So I would have left, but then my mom started feeling some kind of way because her husband's dad was in the ICU, and then her aunt is probably about to die. Both of them, like I think all 3 of them are probably about to actually die. So my mom was doing bad, so I stayed. But I've been telling her, like, my PTSD is bad. I need to go back home.
Okay. And when were you planning on heading back home?
I literally was, like, in the middle of, like, putting my stuff in the car when the officers came up. Like, I didn't know what was going on. My computer is on my mom's stairs. Like, that was here already. Somebody brought it to her, and I was just taking it. That was the only thing I was missing.
You said you were trying to get back home because you have, like, a cable company appointment tomorrow morning?
AT&T at 9 in the morning. And I pray I'm going to make it, but I don't know now.
Okay, let's talk about, for me, let's just go from, like, last night forward. Like, the weekend, Saturday, you guys doing anything?
We don't do anything. And my PTSD is so bad, I don't even like to go outside for real. Like, if it's not family or work, I don't go outside. I'm the same way.
I hear you. So last night, did you guys do anything special? Just kicking it?
It was my nephew's birthday, so like he came in. I know him and my sister and Jock. They went out to eat to I think Osaka or somewhere. I don't know where they went. I'm allergic to rice, so I couldn't go. Stupid, right?
It's a new one. I had a lady tell me the other day. She was talking to me about how she's allergic to grass, and that seems like a pretty awful one.
I didn't know that was humanly possible.
Yeah.
People say the same thing about rice though.
Right.
So I couldn't go. So me and Jayla just stayed. My mom and James have been like sad, so they've really been enjoying getting time with Jayla because they, in reality, out of her 2 years, they've only really been around her. This would be like the 4th time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I don't get to come up here very often, and then they don't get to go down there very often. So
it's definitely a trip.
That's all we really did. I watched the new Mortal Kombat movie. It was alright. It was okay. It was kind of a letdown.
Yes and no. Compared to that first one.
Exactly.
Again, I found it wasn't like it was great acting or anything, but I found it entertaining. I didn't realize that whole time that new guy was just like a new character.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I go, he's going to turn into fucking Scorpion.
He's not a new character. He's been on the games and in the comics.
Has he? Like
forever.
Like armored dude?
Forever and always. If you go back and get like Mortal Kombat 10 or any of those games, he's on there, but I don't like the way they told the storyline. Yeah. And then the special effects were really bad. That's what really did it for me.
I did like when Spinny Hat dude ran that person through his like razor hat.
Right. That wasn't bad. And then I watched the Marvel Falcon and
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I just finished that too. So that's what I spent my night doing. I watched all 6 episodes.
Not a terrible night.
No, I'm a Marvel guy, so that's my favorite thing to do.
That's what I did last weekend.
See, I'm just a little late.
What about today? Like, start from the beginning of your day for me today. Like, would you know what time you get up?
Probably like 10, 11. I got up whenever my daughter was crying. She peed on herself.
Okay.
Yeah, she's still being potty trained.
2 years old.
Well, she's usually potty trained. This is the problem, right? So at home we have a potty for her. Mm-hmm. So she's used to going to the potty. Here we don't have the seat or a potty. So she's just been going in her pull-up. So she won't even tell me. We've been here for a week now. She won't even tell me when she has to go. So she peed on the couch. So that's what woke me up. Is her saying, "Daddy, I need juice," and I peed. Yeah, that's her 2 things. So that's what I woke up doing. And then I rewatched the last 2 episodes of the Marvel thing because I kind of was falling asleep on them. So I rewatched those, and then we just been chilling.
Who all was at the house today?
When I got up, it was just, I think, my mom. I want to say everybody else might have been gone. I'm not too sure. Her house is kind of a commotion, and then they sneak in and out the door so fast, like I don't even know when they leave. So I'm not sure. I think it was just my mom. And then I left for a little while. I was about to go clean the car. And then I came back. I changed my mind and came back.
Okay. So mom was there when you get there, and I know you're watching some TV.
Mm-hmm. Like the Marvel show is probably still on the TV.
And you think you might have gotten her up around 10 or 11-ish.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure though.
I want to say those last episodes were a little longer.
Well, it wasn't even that they were longer. It was like,
well, I'm just trying to time up.
He got the new suit and things like that.
Yeah.
I kind of fell asleep on like the beginning of 5, woke up in the middle because it was like 4 or 5 in the morning when I was watching this stuff, because I watched the Mortal Kombat and then watched all of those episodes back to back. So
that took me. I mean, it takes almost 6 hours. Ish.
Right. Exactly.
40-50 minutes long at least.
Exactly. And then I cooked yesterday too, so I cooked a pot of like vegan spaghetti because I'm vegan. So.
Okay. So once you wrap up watching, what do you do?
I'm just chilling. I don't do anything. I just kick my feet up and watch and eat popcorn with my daughter. That's like.
So Joy was watching with you?
No, Jayla.
Or Jayla.
Joy's gone.
Jayla.
I tried to make all my daughters be named J. Wright because I don't have a son, so I feel like my legacy is gonna be over.
I'm with you. Jayla, she was just watching you. Are you just watching right in the living room where you're?
Yeah, and then she goes. Yeah, and then she goes back and forth. So she'll like do something, and she'll be like, "Grandma, grandma," and she'll run to the back or paw, that type stuff. So she was doing that.
So the room your bedroom or makeshift bedroom is in.
I was in the living room.
It is in the living room. Is that on like the main level?
Oh, well, when you come in my mom's house, it's split level.
It's split. Okay.
So as soon as you come in the door, you either go upstairs or downstairs.
Okay.
So it's up the stairs, like directly up the stairs.
Who else? Is your mom's bedroom and stuff upstairs?
Everybody.
All the bedrooms upstairs?
Yeah, and then there's another bedroom downstairs that they use kind of for storage. And there's a bathroom down there, and that's the bathroom I use because I don't like to be bothered by other people. Yeah, you know. Like to get a little privacy. It's the laundry room and bathroom down
there. Okay. So, again, after you're wrapped up watching, what do you do?
Well, I talked to my mom for a second. We were talking about whether I was going to stay for barbecue or not. She was kind of begging me to stay for barbecue, and I was like,
they're getting ready to barbecue today.
They bought some vegan food for me. It's Mother's Day. They wanted to barbecue and all that, and I was kind of like, I want to. I love barbecue. I want to make some barbecue sauce. We have our own family barbecue sauce. So I was like, I really want to make some barbecue sauce to take back. But I've been waiting on this cable for like 3 weeks. Yeah. And if I miss this appointment in Atlanta, it might take another 3 weeks of me not having internet, and I do all of my business online.
Right.
So it's like I really need this internet.
So in you guys' talking, did you decide like you were heading out then?
Yeah, and that's why I said I'm gonna go clean out my car real quick, cause I have like some snacks that I packed. Like it's a banana that went bad in the car that was my daughter's and stuff like that. So I was like, I just need to go somewhere and throw all of this stuff away real quick. Like just clean out the car before we get back on the road.
Okay. So did you do that?
No, I ended up like driving around. Like I drove in a circle for a second, and my PTSD like was really acting up, and I didn't want to go anywhere by myself. So I came back. I was like, I'll just, grab some trash bags, throw it in here, and we'll just go.
Do you remember where you drove?
I drove like up to Locust and like back. I wasn't.
Do you remember where you turned around, anything like that? So you up to Locust.
I probably went to Locust and probably came back on that like back street or something. I don't know.
Calvin does go all the way up there, doesn't it?
It goes all the way, but I didn't come back on Calvin. I came back on a different street and came around. Like I know that.
Okay.
I came around the other way. I get really indecisive sometimes, and I'll just like drive in a circle.
No.
Yeah.
It's easy to do around here. Traffic's probably a little different than down in
Atlanta.
So
easy. It's so easy here.
So what happens after you get home?
I literally was coming in. I took some trash bags outside, and then when I came back, there was an officer walking up. Like that's literally as soon as I was getting there was an officer coming up.
Okay. When you said you came in and got trash bags, where'd you go to get the trash bags?
I came straight up the stairs into the kitchen under the sink, and I came right back down the same way.
Sorry, you'll have to forgive
me. No, you're good.
My brain's trying to remember what you told me and then what other people. So, and I hate to do this, but I have to get as specific as I can with you. When you get back to the house, where do you park the car?
Right in the driveway. It's in the driveway.
In the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Again, I apologize because I wasn't up there. Is it a double garage or a single garage?
Yep, it's a double garage.
Double garage.
Mm-hmm.
And
so my mom's car is parked on one side, and I just swung in on the other side.
Okay, and so if I'm like looking up at the house,
it's on the left side.
It's on the left side. Which I suppose would have to be the south side.
Is the station south from her house or?
Wait, no. Her house is on the east side of the street. So the left side would actually be the north side.
Okay. See, that's what I thought. I didn't want to correct you though, but that's what I thought.
My house is on the west side, so when I'm looking at my house, left is south. So when you go in the house, how do you go in the house?
I just went straight in the front door. Ran straight into the kitchen because I thought I was leaving real fast, so I was just gonna grab some bags and my computer was already sitting, like my tower that I was taking with me was already sitting at the top of the stairs. I had put that there like a day before, so I literally was just gonna grab some trash bags, then put everything in the trash and put it in her garbage can right there, then grab my computer and my daughter and go.
Okay. You didn't have like other packing or anything to do?
I had already put like my my backpack and stuff, like the car was already packed for the stuff that we needed. I think I had to grab like a couple of outfits of Jayla's that were dirty, but other than that, everything was right there in the living room though.
When you get home, is the garage door open or closed?
I'm not sure. I think it was open though.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was open.
But you went in the front door and then came out the front door, and you said that an officer was already out front.
No, he was, as I was about to go back outside, he was coming up, so I thought it was something else. So I did like I always do. I went out the back door when the officer was there, and I was about to go clean my car out, and then they put me in handcuffs.
So you saw the officer out the front door. You saw him?
No. I talked to him
before you came outside.
I was already like on my way to come back outside. And the officer was right there. Okay. And my mom was saying something to him already. Like as I was about to come back outside, I took the trash bags in. Well, I came in, grabbed the trash bags, came back out, put the trash bags in the car, came back inside because I was about to grab the computer and stuff. Okay. And then that's when I heard somebody outside, and I came and peeked and seen it was an officer. My mom was talking to the officer, so I'm thinking something happened with the neighbors. Don't have nothing to do with me. So I kept going.
But so where's your mom talking to the officer when you saw him? Was she inside or outside?
I can't remember. She was either like at the front door or by the garage, because they're kind of like, in the same area. I can't really remember exactly where she was at though.
Okay. I apologize because I'm going to back up a little bit on you.
Come on.
Before you ran to clean the car out, who do you remember being at the house? So Jayla's home because
just Jayla and my mom. I asked my mom to watch Jayla as I left.
Do you know where your sister and you call him? What do you call him? Jock?
Yeah, his name is Jock. Yeah, Jacqueus. It's extra weird.
Very French of him.
Never heard of a black guy named Jock before. It's my first.
They weren't home.
I'm not sure. I didn't see their car outside, but I don't know. They keep their door closed because their room is so nasty. My mom hates.
Do they only have one car?
Yeah.
What kind of car do they drive?
It's like a maroon or red SUV. I'm not sure what it is. They didn't have it the last time I was here.
Gotcha. So, did you see your sister or Jock or Josh at all today?
I've seen Joshua this morning. Yeah.
But you don't know where he was?
Nah, so Joshua wakes up at he's autistic, so he wakes up super early and he wants to bother you and hug you and kiss you and all that. So I remember him waking me up this morning, saying, "Uncle, I love you," hugs and stuff like that. He just turned 9, but I don't know what time it was. I know that was today, and he did it yesterday, and every day since I've been here.
And then you went back to sleep, I imagine.
Right, exactly.
Understandable. So you see your mom talking to the cop either, and I'm not.
I want to say I want to say she was in the driveway already. I really do want to say, but I'm not 100% sure, so I just don't want to.
And you went out the back door and around just to get to your car. And
well, I seen they were right there, so I didn't want to try to push past them. Like I seen the officer and said something to the officer while he was talking to my mom, so it wasn't like I was trying to hide, like I wasn't there or anything. It was just I was really trying to clean out my car, and I thought something happened with her neighbors or something.
Okay. Did you, while you're moving in and out or before you left or anything, did you see anything going on with neighbors or hear arguing?
So I just know it's Mother's Day, and I know how people are on holidays, especially in that neighborhood, and she has some neighbors, their kid is kind of wild, so I just assumed that it had something to do with the neighbor Kevin and his son.
Okay. Do you know where James was?
He wasn't there either. He had left earlier. I think he had maybe went to go check on his dad. Like I said, his dad is just in the hospital.
Okay.
they just put stents in his legs, and they were talking about putting him in hospice. So he's been up super early every morning to go see him.
None of that is any good
at all.
Earlier you said something that kind of caught my attention, and I don't know why. But you said we have a toilet back home. Do you mean you and Jayla, or
me and Jayla?
Is it just you two?
It's just me and Jayla. It's been me and Jayla since Child Services gave me her in December. So it's been me and her since December, 100%. And before that, it was just me and her because her mom is schizophrenic. She tried to murder my other daughter, and she like cut her face up with a knife and cut her hair and tried to throw her off a 7-story balcony. Like, Just schizophrenic all the way. She said the paintings on the wall told her to do it. That's when I found out she was schizophrenic. Like, I didn't know before that there was anything wrong with her. Yeah, and I left her and came back and found my daughter in a pool of blood.
Okay. I'm just gonna run through
your
day as we talked about it and make sure I have it correctly. Last night or this morning, however you want to put it, you're up late watching whatever. Go to sleep real early this morning. Get up maybe around 10 or 11 because Jayla
peed on the couch, and her favorite thing to say is, "Daddy, juice, juice."
Right. And then after you're done watching, you end up having a conversation with your mom.
After I watched Jayla.
But probably even before that, it sounds like maybe there's a family barbecue or something planned for Mother's Day. But you were going to talk to Mom about rocking out.
I told her the night before. She was trying to bribe me with the vegan food, but yeah. She was trying to bribe me.
And you guys talked, and you decided you were going. So did you asked her to watch Jayla so you could go clean the car out?
I was going to go to the car wash in Rock Island on like 11th Street.
Any reason you're heading all the way over there?
My grandmother's from that side, so I know Rock Island better than Davenport. I just feel more comfortable, even with my PTSD. I just feel more comfortable in Rock Island.
Because anymore, I tell you what, since you've been gone, they just keep fucking popping up those car washes with, like, they lure you in with, like, the free vacuums and all that shit.
So that's Atlanta things. We got $5 car washes. It's like the fully automated one with the free vacuums.
You roll the one wheel up, and then it
locks in.
Drags you through.
Yep.
Yeah, they're putting those up everywhere. Around here, like every new building. I'm like, cool, we're getting.
It's so cheap.
Is it a new restaurant? And no, it's another fucking car wash. And I go, what am I going to use that for?
$20,000 to open. That's why.
Yeah. Well, then
why.
I think there's some decent profit margins.
100%. 100%.
On that.
I looked into it. That's the only reason I know.
So you go to head. You head up towards Locust.
Yeah.
End up looping back around.
I think I drove around maybe 3 times before I decided that I was gonna.
Any idea like how long you were gone?
Maybe like 10, 15 minutes. It wasn't long. It wasn't long at all.
Come back home. Park in the driveway on the left side of the driveway. You said your mom's car is right there. Does somebody park in the garage?
Her other car.
Oh, she's got
a brand new car that she refuses to drive.
Well, why not?
Right.
And when you get back home, you go inside to get some trash bags. It's just Mom and Jayla there that you see. You don't see Brittany or Jock or.
And their car wasn't there when I got back, so I assumed they were gone already.
Okay. Do you know what their plans were or anything? Or
my sister is one of those people that spends all of her husband's money. So every day they get up so she could spend his money. He works at John Deere.
Okay.
So every day they get up and leave.
And go shopping for this, that, or the other. How old are you?
I'll be
29, so you're what?
She's how old will I be?
32
I'm
this year?
32 this year. I was like, damn, how old am I?
How old's your sister?
She's 4 years older than me, so she'll be 36.
Okay, I think she's right around my age.
Yeah, she'll be 36 May 28th.
Okay. How do you and Brittany get along?
Not very well. We've never really got along.
Okay.
Ever.
How's it been since? I mean, because you've been back for a little over a week.
About a week. We haven't really seen each other.
Okay.
Because, like I said, she stays in her room, like that room. So if you go in my mom's upstairs, there's the living room. Then you take a left. Then the first thing is a closet, and then it's the bathroom. Then my sister's room, my mom's room's at the end of the hallway, and then Joshua's room.
Okay, so Josh gets his own room.
Mm-hmm,
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. So they stay in that one room because it's so they are hoarders.
Okay.
So they don't really leave the room. My mom doesn't like their door to be open because she doesn't want anyone to see how disgusting it is. So I don't really see them. And then my sister sleeps all day long. So Jock will get up with Joshua and take him to school and make sure he eats and all of that stuff. So yesterday I made him eggs, vegan eggs and vegan sausages and stuff.
Just to try it.
Well, when he's in Atlanta, he had just came to Atlanta for Jayla's birthday, and I had him eating vegan stuff. So
Josh did?
Yeah, the little 9-year-old. He came with my mom. My mom and James came, and they brought Joy. So she would have her sister because I'm a single dad. It's just us every single day. So it was really cool that they came.
Absolutely.
But I've been trying to get everybody to eat healthier. I've been vegan for 5 years, so I've been trying to get everybody to eat healthier. Our family members die from a lot of health-related food problems, so I've been trying to get everybody, even if you don't eat it all the time, hey, try it. So yesterday I made him some cheesy eggs and stuff, but I didn't see Brittany yesterday either.
Okay.
That was the whole point of that. I didn't see Brittany yesterday.
But you guys typically don't.
We don't get along very well. We were the brother and sister that got into a lot of fights with each other growing up. Mm-hmm. She pulled a knife on me growing up. Yeah, she's
How old were you guys when that happened?
Young. We were minors.
Okay.
They definitely brought us down here though.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. We were that.
She just pulled it on you. Did she cut you or anything like that?
She cut me, and they wouldn't let me tell that she cut me. My mom. Your mom. No. I have a scar on my stomach from it.
Okay.
It goes all the way down still.
How old do you think you were when that happened?
Probably 8 or 9, and she was 4 years older than me. No. She's the big sister that made me eat grass, and I almost died.
Right. Wow.
I love her though. It's still my sister, but.
Hey, I'm with you there. I have siblings.
Yeah, exactly.
Is she your only sibling?
I have a half brother too that I just don't speak to at all.
Okay. Is he around really much at all?
I haven't spoken to him. The people that I first met in Atlanta, I got robbed and almost killed in Atlanta. That's one of the reasons for my PTSD.
Right.
My brother set it up because him and my sister, they don't like my success.
Okay.
So I have a really nice condo downtown Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I've always had nice cars and jewelry, and my business is going well. So they're not happy about it. So my own brother set me up to be robbed, and his friends robbed me and tried to kill me.
Is he down? Do you have family down in Atlanta? Is that how you ended up down there?
Mm-hmm. I just went because that's where I was a musician at first. So in 2007, I think I was on the front page of the Quad City Times.
What'd you play?
I'm a rapper. Well, I was a rapper and songwriter, so I toured for BET in 2007. Mm-hmm. They put me on the front page of the newspaper here, and my career has just kind of been going up ever since. So I've done that. I've written songs for Justin Bieber and people like that. Done a lot of cool stuff, and it doesn't make them happy. And my mom always says that my sister is jealous of me, and I know my brother's jealous of me. I don't even have to ask him on that.
What's your brother's name?
Brandon Williamson.
Where does he live?
Last time I heard of him, he lived here in Rock Island or Davenport.
He's still
in this area
local.
though. Yeah, he's in this area.
Okay. So part of the reason I'm asking you about how you get along with your family, that kind of stuff, is I know, and forgive me for the brevity of this, but in talking to your mom, she was telling one of the officers or detectives that shortly before the police showed up that some kind of argument took place, and she said you were arguing with somebody. Were you arguing with?
The only time you could say I argue with people is on the phone or Instagram. Mm-hmm. I'm one of those.
Were you, and I guess I know your phone's off, were you on the phone with anybody arguing?
No.
Anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes my mom thinks I'm yelling or arguing with people when it's Marvel things and stuff like that, because she'll hear me in the living room and she'll be in the back, but I wasn't arguing with anybody.
Okay.
I don't have anything to argue. Like I've been so happy for like the last, man, maybe like month since Jayla's birthday. Like it's been rough. Like Jayla's mom stole everything from me, put a fake charge on me so her and her new boyfriend could steal everything. And then they tried to murder me like 4 different times. They tried to murder Jayla. Like it's been rough. So her mom has like been in and out of like mental hospitals and rehab for like the last month. So maybe a little bit longer, to be honest. So I've been feeling kind of peaceful.
Did I ask for Jayla's mom's name? I don't think I did.
Ann Gishohe, G-I-C-H-U-A.
Ann?
Yeah, A-N-N.
You're gonna have to go for that last one.
G-I, yeah, that's what I was spelling. G-I-C-H-U-H-I.
How do you pronounce that?
Gishohe. She's Kenyan.
What's her boyfriend's name?
William Hodges.
And I apologize if I'm sure I asked this. Are they down?
They're in Atlanta, yeah.
They're in Georgia?
Mm-hmm. And I know Deanna has a new boyfriend, but I don't know his name.
Okay. But it sounds like you get along decently with Deanna?
Yeah, me and Deanna are good.
Okay.
We're good. We talk all the time and flirt and all that good stuff.
So Ann and William, though, sound like they're giving you some issues. You said you had to report some stuff to the police down there?
And they just put a hit out on me while we were up here. They put a hit out on me for $10,000. And that's one of the things why my mom didn't want me to go back. She didn't want me to go back at all.
Which understandable for a mother.
100%, because it's just me and Jayla there.
Right.
Like, I don't have any other family down there at all. It's really just me and Jayla in general.
How did you end up hearing about the hit?
Somebody messaged me on Instagram from prison.
They're in
prison.
You get Instagram in prison now?
I don't think so. I don't think he's supposed to have it. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think they're giving them more and more stuff.
But in Georgia, they might have phones and stuff now.
They've started doing it in Iowa, where you get like an iPhone 5 or something, and you can
sit
there and message, or I think you can get a tablet and sorts of stuff.
I definitely think that's what it is.
Who messaged you?
It's Eazy-E's daughter. Her name is Remarkable. Her brother in prison. Like, I don't actually know him though. He was just letting me know because me and his sister are so cool that he's a blood and these other bloods had put a $10,000 hit out on me. And I had informed my mom about that and all of that.
What's your name on Instagram?
Who is Jay Wright? Yes.
I wanted to go, who is that?
Yeah, that's the reason why I did it. Yeah, that's the reason why I did it.
Just spelled out. Who is
the letter J, W-R-I-G-H-T.
So he messaged you on Instagram. Okay. When did you get that message?
Sometimes last week. I don't know exactly the day, but I told my mom when
after you came up here.
We were already here. That's why I was telling him, like, I'm not too worried about it right now because I'm with my family and I'm here. And
up here, and you wouldn't think that
they don't know. I don't think. Unless Ann told them, because Ann has stayed up here before, but she's off of it. But
when was the last time Ann was up here?
2000. It wasn't this year. Like the beginning of last year, 2020.
So the beginning of
January, February, literally right before COVID. She was staying up here. We had been up here since the summertime.
Sorry. Somebody else trying to call me. 2020 pre. So being down there in Atlanta with just, I guess, what took you to Atlanta? Industry?
The music
industry.
I was acting.
The fashion stuff down there is actually pretty hot too.
Everything, it's like Hollywood now. Like, you know, all the Avengers stuff was shot in Atlanta.
Really?
Black Panther, where I live, they actually like put all the green screens in this big lot and made it Wakanda. So that's like the highlight of it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, everything's been there. So
you said you have a pretty nice condo down there. So with the problems with Ann and all this other stuff. Sorry, I try not to swear as much.
It's okay.
But
it's okay.
You've noticed it just comes out. Like, does that building have decent security stuff for you?
So
what do you got going on for that?
The building that I was living in has great security, but then she like was posting on social media like on her story, like, I got money for whoever can tell me what apartment this is, because I posted my daughter sitting on like the island, you know, just a cool little picture to show people that we had a different place. And then she started trying to figure it out. She started paying girls and sending girls to try to sleep with me to figure out so her and her boyfriend could murder me. And it's documented because the girls would meet me and feel so bad that then they would tell me everything. So they would give me like her messages from them. So I turned all that into the police there and everything. So I actually moved.
You turned that into the police in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm. I gave them a thumb drive of so much stuff of her trying to put out hits on me and all type of crazy stuff. So I gave that to the police down there. And then I moved, so nobody knows where I live now.
Okay. When did you move?
I've been there for maybe a month now. That's what I'm saying. I don't even have internet yet.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense on why you have an appointment.
Exactly.
How's the new building security?
Super
stuff?
secure. Super secure, and no, I'm not gonna
like. Do you have your own, I guess, security system on your apartment, or is it like building security, or both?
Both. So it comes standard. Like, it's super high tech. It comes standard with like the keypad, where you can lock your doors from it. You can lock your doors from your phone. All of that good stuff.
So it's smart, I guess.
Yeah, it's smart.
Easiest
everything.
way to describe it for me.
And you need a key fob to get in the building. You need a key fob to get past the door. So you need a key fob to get in the building. Then there's another door where you need a key fob.
Okay.
And then you need another key fob. So you got to go through 3 key fobs before you can ever even get to the apartments.
Right. So even if somebody's holding the door open for somebody, they still can't go anywhere if they don't have their own fob.
Exactly.
Have you had to take any other, I guess, security measures? Like, have you tried to take concealed carry classes or anything like that?
A lot of my friends have been killed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't like guns. I don't like any of that. Like, I try to just get money, raise my babies, and stay out of the way. Like, and that's what I was telling the police down there. Like, because they were saying the same thing. Like, why don't you get a gun and defend yourself? And I'm like, because I have a 2-year-old.
Yeah, and
if she gets into this gun and something happens,
accidents are,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, I'm a single dad. Like, I do her hair, I cook, I do everything.
Okay. I'm gonna ask this because I have to. Have you ever messed around with guns back before kids, anything like that?
No, even when I was younger, people used to always like to say, like, I got into a fight here one time, and the guy's eye socket got broke. He said I hit him with a tire iron, and then the video came out that he just got punched. So people have always said, oh, he likes guns, he likes to fight, and I'm like, no, I don't. I just defend myself when I have to.
Right.
I've never been that type of person. I've always been just trying to, like, do music and get money. Like, that's always been my focus.
Is your Instagram, do you promote your music and stuff on there too?
Like, as soon as you go to my page, all you see is my music company in my bio, my jewelry company in my bio, and then pictures of me and my daughter. That's it.
No, I'm with you there.
I don't even post, to be honest.
I had to get rid of all social media a few years ago. It's just too much.
I don't really post. Like, right now on my story, like, the only thing I post is about my jewelry business or my daughter or vegan food. It's like the only 3 things I post about. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so, man, I don't even know what's going on here. I'm trying to stay with you, but I don't even know what's going on here.
Well, so I told you somebody got hurt, right?
Right. And I've been asking the other officer the whole time, like, if he knows who the person is, are they okay?
And that's what we're trying to figure out a little bit.
Okay.
Because the person that was hurt, they were found in your mom's house.
I was there, and they told me that, and that's what makes me even more confused.
Did you see them at all?
I just got there. I don't know where they found them. I don't know anything. I literally came in, went upstairs, got the trash bags, came back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it was just your mom and
Jayla when I got there. Yeah.
Right. So that's some of what we're trying to figure out is who this person is.
Right.
And then what happened.
Right. 100%.
So, yeah, that's some of what we're trying to figure out. Which is why, again, I was just a little curious when your mom said she thought she heard you arguing with somebody.
I know there was guys, like there was some like black guys walking around the neighborhood. Maybe she heard them. I don't know. Because I know it was a black guy in a gray hoodie, and I know when I was pulling up, he was walking past the house one time, and he was on the phone yelling with somebody, and then when I was taking the trash bags out, he was walking back the other way too, yelling at somebody.
Just on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, random question. Do you know your mom's phone number off the top of your head?
I don't know anybody's phone number.
No phone numbers?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
That's why I was asking the other officer if I could grab my phone so I have numbers, but he was like, "We're just interviewing you and bringing you back." So.
Where was your phone?
It was in my car.
In the car.
Everything was like my.
What kind of phone is it?
It's an iPhone.
Do you know which?
I think an 8. I don't upgrade. I don't care about none of that stuff.
I'm with you.
I don't even care about this watch. I only wear jewelry because I sell jewelry, and nobody will buy jewelry from you if you don't wear it. So I usually don't wear anything. I'm just like a Steve Jobs type of guy.
Yeah, no, I get that. Do you know the phone number to your phone before it shut off?
I've never really 310. Shit, I can't. I just know it's a 310. I don't know the.
Is that the area code
Mm-hmm.
down there? So the reason I'm asking is we got a 911 call from your mom's house before this all. Before the cops show up, all of that, and so we're trying to figure out some of that because it was the phone number I think is your sister's phone number.
Okay.
That called 911.
Okay.
So,
why would if my sister called? Why was my sister not there?
And that's some of what we're trying to figure out.
Okay.
Because the information I guess that I have is that we haven't talked to her yet because James. So after whatever happened at the house, James gave your sister a ride somewhere. I don't know where, but the other folks are trying to square some of that away. I'm not trying to misquote anything your mom might have said, but I believe your mom told one of the officers that she thought that the person that was hurt was possibly a girlfriend of yours. So that's why I was asking if you have a girlfriend.
I do not have a girlfriend.
And nobody came up from...
I haven't had a girlfriend since November. Like I said, with my daughter's mom. Yeah, I haven't had I've been too afraid of anyone.
And nobody... You're not telling me about anybody that traveled up here with you.
Listen, I'm too afraid. I think every female is trying to set me up after the girls have been messaging me and sending me the messages and giving me the messages. How my daughter's mom has been trying to pay them. I don't even want to have sex right now.
Have any females tried to reach out to you since you've been back? Be giving you those vibes, anything like that?
It's a Brianna girl out here that I was thinking about linking up with yesterday. I had messaged her on Instagram.
How does she spell Brianna?
Brionna. I think it's like Robertson or something like that. But I had messaged her yesterday. I was gonna go see her instead of watching my Marvel things, but I changed my mind last minute. It just, like I said, I don't really feel safe.
And that was Instagram, but you reached out to her.
Yeah, I reached out to her.
And she's a local. How do you know Brianna?
When I used to live here, we used to mess around, and she had came to Atlanta a few weeks ago and wanted to see me, and like I said, I was super paranoid, so I stood her up. So I was trying to make up for it, and she messaged me back and everything, and I didn't go through it.
Still wasn't feeling it.
I'm just super paranoid, man. I keep telling my mom, my PTSD is bad. When you open that door, I almost peed on myself a little bit. It's really bad.
I'll try to be a little more cognizant.
It's not you. I have medicine for my PTSD.
There's gentler ways I can open the door.
I have medicine for my PTSD that's at home in Atlanta, so I've been.
What do you take for that?
A little bit of everything. They prescribed me a THC card, so I do the THC oil. I can't remember the name of the pills, but I do like 2 different pills, a ketamine nose spray from time to time, and the THC oils.
But so you messaged Brianna last night?
It was during the day, because I was gonna try to link up with her last night.
Yesterday during the day.
And I asked her what she was doing and all of that, and then she told me she wasn't really doing anything, and I chickened out.
What was the plan going to be? Like, would you?
I was gonna go to her house and hang out.
Do you know where she lives?
I don't. I haven't seen her in years.
Okay. But nobody came. No females came to the house to visit you. Do you know if there's any guns at your mom's house?
Shouldn't be. I don't think she's allowed to have guns either. So if anybody had a gun,
your mom's not.
I don't think so, because she has PTSD and like some other stuff also.
Okay.
So I don't think she's supposed to have guns either.
Okay. Why didn't you? Were you worried about hooking up? And I don't mean like actually hooking up to just hang out with Brianna. Like, were you worried that Ann might have somehow gotten to her, or like why didn't that go through?
I've been so paranoid lately. I've been feeling like everybody's out to get me out.
Right.
And my psychiatrist told me that's a symptom of PTSD.
Okay.
A really bad symptom of it.
Okay.
So if it's not my daughter, or like I said, directly work, even like Joy's mom was trying to get me to come over and hang out, and I didn't. Like, she was trying to, even at the birthday party, she was telling me if I made it in time, because I had told her I was coming, surprise for my daughter. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come, my hair's gonna be done, I'm gonna have my silk shirt on. She was like, oh, we could go in the bathroom and done. So like, even that, I didn't even pursue any of that, because I'm so afraid. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm so afraid of everything right now, and it sucks because I'm not that type of person.
Right.
Like, even when I've been going out, like, to like stores and stuff here, I've been making my mom go with me because I'm afraid. Like, I'm just afraid. I don't want to be anywhere by myself. And that's why even when I'm like home, like, I Instacart and stuff like that for food, because I don't want to be out with Jayla by myself. Like, it's really bad, and it's sad, but it's really bad.
You said you do see a psychiatrist. How long have you been doing that?
Since I want to say December.
Okay. Is that right around when the time you were telling me when Ann's boyfriend, sorry, I forgot his name already.
William Hodges.
Yeah. Was that around the time that stuff went down? And you said like he put a gun to Jayla's head?
He put a gun to Jayla's head.
And then they've been
threatening
to kill you.
That's how I ended up getting my daughter from child services. Like, she was wilding with this guy. Like, they literally pulled a gun on me at a hotel. She told me to meet her over there. I didn't even know she had a boyfriend. I thought me and her were still together. She stole some money from me. She disappeared for like 3 months after she stole money and got her boobs done.
With Jayla?
With Jayla. In the middle of the night. Ran out, took her, disappeared. So I was trying to get a hold of her for a long time, and then maybe like the beginning of November, she started texting me like, yo, I went and got help, I'm back on my medicine, I'm doing good, I'm with my mom, I'm about to come back down, if it's okay, type stuff, right? So when she comes, her whole game plan, she had already made up with this guy, was to come, put a fake charge on me. Her and the guy said that I tried to like hurt them from a McDonald's or something, but the police realized that I'd never even been to that McDonald's.
Right.
I was literally sitting in this hotel for an hour, like in the parking lot, waiting on her to come because she told me to come there to see my daughter. Long story short, they said that I chased them and pulled guns on them and did crazy stuff. Had no gun. The only person that had a gun was her boyfriend, because he pointed a gun at me, crashed his car into the hotel, and ran and hid, and they left my daughter in the car. I was the only person that went to jail. Right.
They still took you to jail?
And he had a gun. Atlanta is so trash. Because 2 days before, when I didn't even know she was in Atlanta, she called the police and said I beat her and Jayla up. But Jayla had no marks. She had no marks. But it's Atlanta, and it's a woman-friendly state, so if anybody says you do anything, you just go to jail for it, and then you figure it out later. So now all those charges are dropped. Because they realized through the months following that she's crazy as shit. She threatened officers, she threatened the caseworker, she like did a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and she's literally just been saying that if she can't have Jayla, nobody will, type stuff. That's literally what's been coming out of her mouth. So right around that time, my PTSD got so bad that I couldn't sleep. Like, I went like 4 days without sleeping.
Okay.
It was that bad.
And you said, so you forgot your medicine.
Yeah, I'm not
saying you forgot, but you left your medicine.
Yeah, I forgot it. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot it. I was in such a rush to get here because of the news of my cousin that I didn't even really bring any clothes. Like, the clothes that I have here, I bought because I was only planning on staying that Saturday and then leaving, going back Sunday night. So I literally was just coming to say that I came, and I checked on everybody, and then my aunt went into the hospital, and then James's dad went into the hospital after I got here, and I was like, oh God, I got stuck. You know what I'm saying? So
stick around for family. I understand that for sure.
I wish I wouldn't have at this point. This is crazy, man.
Yeah. So, were you still at the house when like the ambulance and stuff showed up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I was already in the police car.
Okay. What did you see from the police car?
I couldn't see anything,
okay.
And I kept asking the officer, what's going on, who is it? I was trying to tell him, like, my sister looks like this, can you tell me if it's a short black female? Because I thought it was my sister, because all I heard was it was a female, and I hadn't seen my sister.
Okay.
So the worst thing that goes in my mind is something happened to my sister right now. So I kept asking the officer, and he even came back and like asked if my sister's name was Brittany and all of that, and then he didn't say anything else. So I've been just sitting here worried.
I think some of that might be the 911 call thing.
Okay.
Because it was big, like a 911 hang up call, so you can hear some stuff going on in the background, but nobody's actually talking to the people. How long do you think you were home before you saw like the cops show up?
5 minutes, if that.
Okay.
Not even that, probably.
Okay. And you didn't like roll through any parking lots that you can remember or anything, right?
Mm-mm.
And so the reason I'm asking that is the same kind of like the thing with McDonald's that you were talking about.
Right, exactly.
So.
And that's why I was telling the officers, like, yo, I just got here when they because they didn't even say anything to me. They just put me straight in handcuffs. I was like, I just got here. I don't know what's going on either. Like, somebody tell me something.
Okay.
Nobody told me anything. They just put me in handcuffs. And then when they started, the ambulance came and all that, that's when I found out everything too.
Okay. Are you cool giving me 2 minutes to run out and see if we did figure out who this might be, and then we can figure that out?
I got a question for you before you do all of this.
Yeah.
Am I making it back to my daughter tonight?
I have no idea. Okay. I can't answer that. So
because, like I said, I've never been away from
I'm not like a TV cop and try to trick people. So I'm literally trying to figure out what happened, and I'm trying to figure out if you're involved. That's what I'm trying to do. So I don't know the answers to those questions. I don't. But I will say, so part of what I'm going to do when I go out of here is I'm going to try to talk to the officer, talk to your mom, and see exactly what it is that your mom said.
She even told the officer I just got there. That's what I'm saying.
I mostly want to figure out, again, who this person that's hurt is, and then go from there. Because there's so many different ways it could go. I don't want to try to worry you with anything. Like,
I'm already worried. I'm not even gonna, but I have PTSD, so I'm always worried. I always think worst case scenario.
And I will try to do my best to alleviate some of that. So, I mean, if you have questions,
I have so many questions. I have so many questions.
But as you know, like, I'm probably not going to share everything I know.
Of
right?
course.
Until I know that we're on the same level. And I'm not saying like I think you're sitting here lying to me, anything like that. But it's just
you can
how I gotta go about it.
Like when y'all said make sure you didn't flush nothing, I'm like, check me. When the officer came, I was like, bro, whatever you need from me, I'm cooperating because I'm afraid. Like, it's hard to explain.
When the officers were there, was James back yet?
He came back after, and he didn't come with my sister. So when you're saying he took my sister somewhere,
Yeah, and you know how hearsay goes.
Well, no, I was in
amongst police.
When James came, I was already in the squad car.
Okay.
And then I was asking him because my daughter was throwing a fit because, again, she's never been away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, me even leaving her to go clean out the car is kind of like too long for both of our comfort.
I think somebody said, did you give him the keys to your car, James?
Yeah. And I was trying to get him to take my daughter because she was throwing so much of a fit, they put her in the back of the squad car with me. And I was like, I don't really want her in the back of a squad car. Paw, can you take her?
Right.
And she didn't want to go with him either.
Did you ask him to take anything out of your car?
I told him he could get my phone and
okay.
my messenger bag because it had my ID, and I was going to give my ID to the officer, but he told him not to get it.
Fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough.
And it was on the seat because, again, I was literally in the middle of leaving.
Ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to run out, and I'm hoping to make this a true 2 minutes.
Please. I'm so tired. Yes.
I figured I'd give you a knock before.
Man, I was already dozing off, so it did the same thing. It's okay.
I apologize. I'll try something else next time and see if we can't find something else. You don't mind drink a soda, do you?
I hope it's not no next time, man. I just want to go check on my child.
I think she's with Grandma and Grandpa right now and doing okay.
Okay. So tired. I'm so sorry.
No need to apologize to me. So, did have a chance to talk to some of the other officers and some of the people that talked to your mom and James. Just call him James, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think there's a few more things that we need to square away.
Come on.
So, were you ever inside that garage today?
The only time I've been in the garage, and I didn't even go in the garage, I just pushed the button.
Describe, when does that happen?
While the officer, I think, while he's walking, like he's at the garage when I'm talking to him, we're talking through the garage.
So you're inside the garage talking to him?
I was like coming out, you know what I'm saying? And I heard somebody at the front door, so I was trying to be nosy. That's when I told you I peeked out to see who it was. I peeked out the garage and I just pushed the button and I seen who it was.
I'm gonna have you describe kind of the garage for me because all garages are a little different. But is it attached or detached? Like,
attached.
So there's a door from the house into the garage. Okay, and then the garage, obviously there's the big garage door.
2-car garage.
And then is there like a man door? Does that make sense? Is there like a regular door on the garage going outside?
Inside door.
Okay, so
inside door and the garage door.
There's only the inside door and the garage door. Okay. And I know you said that you thought the garage was open when you got home.
And that's what I'm saying. If I remember correctly, I think I pushed it after I said something to the officer when he was walking up talking to my mom. I told him we were going to come out, and I pushed the button.
Okay, so you were in the garage when you pushed the button?
No.
Where's the button, I guess?
It's like as soon as you open the door. Like I never even went out the garage. I just reached my arm and pushed the button. That's what I always do.
Through
the inside
the
door.
Garage door or the house door?
Through the house.
Okay.
So like where the stairs are, I just reached my arm around and pushed the button.
You were talking to the officer like through the house then, or through the garage?
When I peeked my door, the door opened to be nosy. Remember I told you I heard somebody talking and it was an officer. I peeked my head out. And I was like, oh, okay, it's that. And then I just pushed the button and closed it. And then I came out and I was trying to see what was going on. And then I got put in handcuffs.
Do you know which side of the house is that garage on? You know, I remember how we were talking the driveway was the
left side.
So it's also on, I guess, would be the north side, right?
So yeah, so then
closer to Locust Street.
Yep.
Okay. And so again, I don't know how your mom's house
over
is.
Here.
So
that's the garage.
If this is the garage,
then this is the house.
This is the house.
The cars are my car's here, her car's here. Then she's got cars, his motorcycle, a whole bunch of stuff in the garage. Okay. It's so junky.
Where is the door, like up here towards the back, or is it in the middle to go into the garage from the house?
It's kind of like in the, I guess you would say the middle.
Okay.
Maybe kind of closer to the front actually.
Somewhere in there.
It's kind of like more down here.
Okay.
Because as soon as you come in the front door, you go up the stairs, and it's kind of like right there.
Fair enough. And then in the garage, I know you said James has a motorcycle.
He's got a Harley in there.
Which side is that parked on? The far side or to the door?
It's got to be the far side, because my mom's car, her new car, is right there. Like, that's what I'm saying, I don't even go out of that way or come in that way, because she's so like, don't touch my new car, don't bump into my new car, don't look at my new car too long.
Okay. And so the only time that you went into the garage is
at that exact moment.
You get home.
Went inside. You grabbed the bags.
Go inside, get the bags, take the bags back out.
Came back inside
to get the computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you peeked out this door, and the officer was already right there.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then I just pushed the button and came out.
Okay.
Less than 10 seconds. I literally pushed the button and came out.
When you were there in the garage, other than seeing the officer outside, like, so you're peeking to check and see what's going on.
I didn't even.
Did you notice anything else weird or anything else out of place? Or
I was moving so fast, I wasn't paying attention to anything. I literally it's a screen door on it, so like I just peeked my your eyes out a little bit, and I seen it was the police, because I was like, who is that? He said, oh, it's the police, and I was like, oh, okay, and I pushed the button and I came outside.
And then you push the button and then you come out the front door?
I came out the back, because I seen where they were standing at, and I didn't want to walk through anybody, so I just literally, because it's so fast, it just come right around, because it just comes right there to where they were standing at.
So there's a back door somewhere?
Yeah, through the kitchen.
So, and then you come back out around this side of the garage?
Exactly, and that's I came out exactly where the officers are at.
Okay. When you peeked out and you said you see the officer, do you recall seeing your mom then at that same time? Or are the officers just by themselves?
I heard him talking to my mom. That's why I thought she was like in front of everything. I thought she went out the garage and all that stuff. So I just pushed the button.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that until you just said it.
No, you're all good. But you don't notice anything other than the officers when you peek out?
Her garage is dark all the time, so like she don't keep her light on in there. So the only light that would be coming in would be through outside, and it was gloomy today. So like it's gloomy out. I'm not paying attention to nothing. Like I'm not looking for anything, because I'm just coming in, coming out. Like I'm not really paying attention to anything at all. I'm just moving.
Excuse me.
Nope.
So, Justin, what I'm looking from you is just the 100% truth. Okay?
Man, I'm telling you everything I know right now.
And so, I know you said you heard people saying it was a female that got hurt, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why I keep asking about my sister.
The issue that I have is it's not your sister.
Okay, thank you. Because nobody else has told me anything.
Both your mother and James are saying it's your girlfriend.
I don't have a girlfriend though. That's what bothers me, because I don't have a girlfriend.
And they're saying it's a girl that came with you from Georgia.
Nobody came with me from Georgia.
Okay. Do you know anybody named Nay?
That sounds like a horse. Let's be honest.
Exactly. That's what they said her name is. But you don't know this person.
I don't know anyone named Nay.
Okay. So then my next thing to try to figure out, and I'm hoping you can help me, is why your mom and James would be saying that.
I can give you a million reasons.
Let's start with just one first, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Me and James have gotten into 100 fist fights.
Okay.
100 of them. I've always felt like it's something. Same with my mom. My mom put me out when I was 13 over Dempsey Miller. I don't know if you know who that was, but
I think that's pre my time.
Probably so. He used to do something out here called the Marquette Street Fest on Marquette. He had a bar on 5th and Marquette. He was super popular, rich older guy. That's who my mom used to be with. Me and him got into it because he beat her up when I was like 13. She put me out. So I've always had a kind of bad relationship with my mom, her husband, my sister, everybody. That's why they haven't really seen Jayla. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just keep to myself. Like my grandmother and my aunt kind of who raised me, and they're not here anymore. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So once they died, it wasn't a real reason for me to come back. Like, me and my mom just started speaking a couple months ago. Like,
so since you've been back since the first, how has that like home visit gone? I guess because I know you said your mom brought Joy down,
and that was even awkward because I had
that a few weeks ago or last month. Or a couple months ago, sorry.
It was March 20th.
Okay, so a couple months ago.
Yeah, a couple months ago.
So you guys have been rekindling, I guess, or
we've been speaking.
Reconnecting.
Yeah, it's been kind of cordial, but you know, like when people are 800 miles away, it's a lot easier to be around them. You know how that is.
Yeah.
So, like, my sister, like, the first day I got here, my sister was acting weird with me, and I told my mom, stuff like that.
Wow, what do you mean acting weird?
I was trying to speak to her, she wasn't responding.
Just like silent treatment?
100%. Like, trying to talk to her, she's not saying nothing. I'm asking her, like, oh, do you hear about this? She's not saying nothing. So it's always like, we got into it. Like, I got into it with my whole family before I left the last time. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't really spoken to my sister. Like, she blocked my number and blocked my iCloud, so I couldn't iMessenger. Yeah, so she blocked me on all social media, and we haven't talked. So this was our first time really even like trying to speak,
being back around each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought everything was cool. I've been asking her to do something for my business for me for like the entire time I was here, and she finally did it yesterday.
What were you asking her to do?
To PayPal my this warehouse that I get like gold and stuff from. So I was like, I'll give you the money if you could just PayPal them. I don't have a PayPal. Like, I'll sell you, I'll Apple Pay you, I'll do whatever. And she just didn't want to do it for a long time. And then like 2 nights ago, she finally did it for me. So, but even stuff like that, it's like, I'm telling you, like, I got a lot of money waiting on me. Why won't you just do this for me? Like, and I'll pay you to do it, all of that. So,
what's the deal with the silent treatment there? Like, is there like some like more recent falling out or anything?
I haven't spoken to her since last year, January, February. That's like the last time I really talked to my sister.
The same kind of. Was that probably around the same time Ann was up here?
Yeah, that's when Ann was here.
Okay.
Like, Ann got into it with my family, and that caused me to get into it with my family. And you know how that goes. And then when me and her break up, they're looking at me like, I told you so. But then that causes problems with us. But we've already always had problems. So.
What about Jock?
Always had problems with Jock. Because me and my sister argue a lot, which causes me and Jock to argue a lot because me and her aren't going to actually get into a fight. She's always going to put her husband in the middle of it. So me and him have been fighting since they were in college.
Okay. So
they went to Northern Iowa. Yeah.
Okay. How long has your mom been with James?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, how's it going?
I've been better.
Okay. I'm Chris. Okay, so I'm from Mobile Crisis, and we help out if there are any mental health issues. Officer said that you wanted to talk about that, maybe.
Please, I have PTSD.
Okay.
I'm starting to hear voices and stuff in my head.
Okay.
And
when did that start?
I told my mom that I've been like feeling like I was gonna break, and I was hearing voices maybe like a week and a half ago.
Okay. And then so they said that you have meds, but you're not sure what you're prescribed?
I can't, I'm not good with like the medical names for stuff. I just know I have a sleeping pill, one pill that keeps me level. I remember the ketamine. It's a nose spray.
Okay.
I have a ketamine nose spray, and then I'm prescribed THC oil.
Okay.
That's all that's legal in Georgia.
Okay. So, so here's the deal. So, if you have not been taking your prescriptions, I imagine you're feeling a little wonky, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what would we need to do? Like, Do you know the name of your prescriber, who you get your meds from down there?
I didn't at first. It's the doctor's name is Charles Whitfield.
Charles Whitfield?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then it's not like a normal pharmacy. It's like one that's right up the street from his house, but where I get to I can't even think straight. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Like I'm hearing stuff and I've been trying to hold on with him, but it's getting bad. It's getting bad. It's getting bad.
Okay. So who is, and I'm only going to ask you stuff to try to get us in this direction to remedy this physical part, okay?
Please.
Okay. So when was the last time you took your meds?
Last Friday, right before I came. I thought I brought them with me. I thought they were in my daughter's diaper bag.
Okay.
And I grabbed the wrong little pouch. I grabbed the pouch that had shaving stuff in it, and
right
they look like my pill pouch.
Okay. So Charles Whitfield, is he in a hospital? Does he have a private practice?
Private practice.
Okay.
He's out of his house.
And then where is he located in Atlanta?
It's Atlanta, but it's a neighborhood called Brookhaven, Georgia.
Brookhaven?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So would we be able to look him up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So then he may be able to get with somebody to coordinate this, and maybe they could get transferred up here.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
So
please.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out. This is just a release of information, so this is so we can talk to him.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let me fill that out.
Please.
What else is happening with you right now? Any substance use?
I didn't bring my medicine, so like I told him, I'm prescribed THC oil, so I reached out to my cousin to bring me like some weed so I could try to like at least have that while I was here.
Right on.
But I'm not sure what he gave me.
Okay.
I didn't feel like it was working.
Okay.
I've been telling my mom and them that for days.
Okay, what is your first name?
Justin.
Justin. And what is your last name? You okay? Hang in there. Okay, Justin, we want to try to get you squared away here, okay?
It's Wright.
Wright?
WRIGHT.
Okay. All right, birth date?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just take a deep breath.
That's what I've been telling him. I've just been trying to like put my head down and just breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Okay. What are you feeling right now other than just this?
I'm hearing stuff. I've been telling him I feel like everything's out to get me right now. I've been feeling like that for a while because it's actually been people out to get me. So it's just like magnifying. But right now I'm hearing stuff and I don't hear stuff. Like I've only heard stuff once, and it was right when I found out my cousin had a stroke.
Okay. Okay. What's your birthday
on? June 10th.
Mm-hmm. What year?
1989.
89.
Thank you. My brain is, I'm sorry. I can't,
okay.
It's like nothing there right now.
Do you see any other mental health professionals in Georgia?
I've seen a few.
Or like, do you have like a private, or like a family doctor that you see? Okay.
No, I don't have insurance, so everything's out of my pocket. So I just been trying to do the best I could do.
Okay.
But my money has been so messed up.
Okay.
Oh, please stop. Please stop.
Okay. What's the date today?
The 9th.
9th? Okay.
I've been telling him, I've been trying to like hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
I keep like just taking breaks and trying to breathe.
Okay. What is your diagnosis? You said PTSD. Anything else?
I'm not sure. I just know PTSD.
Okay. How long ago was that? Do you remember?
I've been telling people I had PTSD since I was like 10 or 11. But I just was diagnosed last year officially.
Okay.
My chest is hurting really bad. I feel like I'm having a panic attack.
What has helped you with that in the past?
Just smoking and just like sometimes I'll go for a walk.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. How long is he going to be with y'all for sure? At minimum?
Not sure.
Okay. Okay.
I think we kind of made this a priority.
Sure.
To try to get him squared away.
Okay. Okay, so what is going to happen is Justin will have you sign this, and that will give us permission to speak with this doctor, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we can try to get some stuff squared away. If, though, that is not something that's going to help you more immediately, we'll have to look into what the options are to...
Can you please try to find an immediate one? I don't want to feel like this.
Okay. Well, I don't know as far as immediate.
Okay.
I'm going to do the best that I can, okay?
She can correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're going to try to get a hold of your doctor to see what medicines you are and see whether or not something like that could get up here.
If we could get it transferred up.
If not,
You said it was like 6 or 7 the last time I asked you. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to get a hold of him.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Well, if
all of that works, or
they
can find it, or they can even find the information.
Right, I'm not sure. Yeah.
But I think the goal is to get you what you're already using before a different doctor would give you different medicine, like we talked about earlier, how you didn't like those other medicines the other doctors were giving you. So.
Please help me. It's getting bad. Please help me. Please help me.
Let me have you sign this before
Please, I'm hearing the craziest shit in my head right now.
What's
Please
it
help
saying?
me. I don't want to tell you because you're going to try to put me in a hospital or something.
No, I'm not the hospital police. I'm just here to try to get you, and then initial right here, hon, I'm sorry. Initial and initial on those lines, please. I'm just here to try to figure out what to do to get you stabilized, okay? So we can continue. You can continue with what you need to do.
Like talking kind of usually helps me too.
Okay.
That's why I asked him to just stay in here with me, and I appreciate him so much for not leaving.
We were doing well until the last break to come talk to you.
It got so bad. Right. That's why I told him it goes from it goes from these episodes, like I told him, to panic to super depression, and it's like I was in the depression stage and now I'm in a panic depression stage. I don't even know, and I'm hearing crazy shit telling me to do crazy shit. I don't know, man. I don't know, and I've been saying this. I told my mom, because my daughter's mom is schizophrenic, and I was dealing with her nonsense. I've been feeling like I'm schizophrenic, and I've been feeling crazy, and I've been telling my mom for 2 months, man.
Okay. What kind of things do you like to talk about that make you feel better?
Anything outside of what's going on. Anything, please.
Okay. Tell me about your kids.
I can't even think of their names right now.
Okay.
If him and I maybe try to talk to you about some of that stuff, is this something that you can try to get going, or? Yeah,
let me call my supervisor and see if there's something that we can do. It may be tomorrow morning, just because of the timing.
Okay. Yeah, if there's anything you can try right now.
Yeah.
If you want to call them.
Yep.
I don't know.
There's no way to look it up with a hospital or anything. I feel so bad.
Is that anything that you maybe can do right outside the door?
I absolutely can.
I will try and distract Justin here a little bit. And
okay.
Ease
I'll be
what's
right
going
back.
on with this.
Man, I'm hearing shit telling me my daughter's dead now, bro.
She's not.
No,
I don't understand what you're feeling, but I understand what you're telling me, I guess. I can tell you that she is okay.
The voices in my head are saying, "You're gone forever. Your daughter's dead. You're gone forever." I keep hearing a chant in my head that my daughter is gonna be murdered.
Justin, can I run a couple names by you?
Please do whatever you want to do. I don't care right now, please.
Do you know who is Willana Bibbs?
Willana is a girl that was Ann's friend that I was messing with for a second, and then I found out she was Ann's friend, and I stopped talking to her, and my mom really liked her, and they still be talking. We still have communication because I don't know, we still talk from every once in a while. She sent me some money that she owed me earlier.
She sent you earlier today? She sent you money?
Mm-hmm.
What? How'd she send you money?
Apple Pay, because I don't have.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
How much money did she owe you?
It was just my money that I had sent to her that she hadn't sent back to me. It was it was like $1,200.
So you guys were kind of seeing each other until you figured out she was friends with Ann?
I
just talking?
I met her. I originally met her through Ann. And then me, her, and Ann had a threesome one time.
How long have you known Willana?
Not long.
Williana?
I call her Willie. I've only known her for since right around Jayla's, right before Jayla's birthday-ish. I haven't known
since March?
Yeah, I haven't known her long. I met her during one of Ann's down periods where she was okay.
Okay.
Her and Ann were prostituting and doing crazy stuff around Atlanta and Vegas and everywhere. They were traveling, just doing crazy stuff together.
You said your mom likes Willie, though?
A lot.
How did your mom meet Willie?
One time I was having a panic attack, like one of these PTSD episodes, and I think I fainted, and she went in my phone and called my mom.
Okay, so she was with you?
We were like I said, Ann was okay for a little while.
Okay.
And I was trying to get her back on her meds and get her into rehab. So that's when I started coming around them. So Ann was there also.
Okay. So you said the last time you talked to her was today when she paid you that money?
Yeah, we were texting. We text that's our only form of communication. We don't we iMessage because we kind of fell out.
Why'd you guys fall out?
Just when I realized just who she was and that she had tried to set me up with Ann and just crazy stuff.
Like she tried to set you up so Ann could do something to you?
Mm-hmm. They all had a plot together to murder me.
When did that happen?
I turned it into the police with.
That's part of it?
Mm-hmm. It was a guy named Rock, some Crips, that they were trying to get me to go sell jewelry to, and then the plan was they were going to jump out and murder me.
Okay. And is she one of the... I know you said some of the people that tried to help her set you up came clean to you afterwards. She's not one of those ones?
I knew that they were friends when I first met her, but I thought she was a friend that was trying to help her, and then later on I found out that she just liked all the same stuff that she liked and probably had a mental illness also.
When was the last time you saw Willie?
I don't know. I can't, right now is not.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So
if you ask me again after this is over, I probably got better answers for you, but right now everything is all over the place.
Just like some other stuff, it might come to you, which is fine. If it does, just let me know, and if it doesn't, it's not a big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
What else can you tell me about Willie? Does she drive? How does she get around?
She drives.
Do you know, does she have her own car or anything like that?
The last time I seen her, she had a Honda Civic, and then something happened with that, and she had her dad's Toyota. Toyota Camry.
So you said her and Ann were prostituting themselves?
Yeah, and there's videos and crazy stuff of it.
Okay. Was she in the military that you know of?
I don't know her.
You don't know her like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Anything significant about today that, who reached out to who about the money? Do you remember?
I really don't remember.
Okay.
But I had asked her for it because I knew I had those late fees.
For the rent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm not sure who brought it up first, but I know I said something about it today because I knew I needed the extra money for the rent, and she sent it to me.
Okay. And those iMessages will be on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I said, her and my mom I told my mom not to keep speaking to her because her and Ann were friends, and she told me if she ever found out she was trying to set me up with Ann, she'd do something to her and all this crazy stuff. But they've been talking and having communication behind my back, and I told my mom that wasn't cool because that wasn't somebody that I wanted to be with or somebody that should have ever had any conversation with my, like my parents.
What does Williana look like?
She's cute. She's really cute.
She
tall, brown skin.
Okay. She got tats, piercings, anything like that?
I know she has tats.
Do you know what any of them look like?
I know she has a neck tat and a tat on her butt. Those are two that I remember the most.
Do you remember what the neck tat looked like?
It said broken. I don't remember what side, but we had a whole conversation about it because I was gonna name one of my one of the things that I was doing, about to do. I was gonna name it broken, and that kind of started our conversation about it.
Okay. Do you remember what you were doing when you were messaging with her?
Sitting on the couch.
Okay, so was it when you were watching the Marvel stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you've only known her since March, and you guys, other than the threesome that you had with Ann, did you and Willie, did you guys have any sort of...
Not outside of Ann. Ann was
nothing,
there.
Just the two of you?
Ann was there, like I said, Ann was trying to, she acted like she was Ann's friend and she wanted to help Ann get better, so for a second, like, we were kind of like taking care of Ann and making sure Ann was taking her medicine and stuff together, like as her friends. And then we got into an argument and we just stopped speaking and all of that, and then Ann went crazy again right after that.
You and Willie got into an argument? What was that about?
About Ann. She didn't think I should be helping Ann anymore. She thought Ann was going to try to do something bad to me, which she was right about.
Is that why she didn't think you should be helping? Is because Ann was going to lash out at you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She thought Ann was going to lash out at both of us, and we got into a crazy argument about it.
And I know this is a tough one, but do you have any idea around when that argument took place? Because you haven't been with Ann since...
No, this is what I'm telling you. Ann tried to get better.
Okay, more recently?
Right around Jayla's birthday, because she was begging me to see... She was begging me to see Jayla on her birthday. And I was like, you can't see Jayla unless you're clean. You can't see Jayla unless you're clean. So she took like one of those over-the-counter drug tests and passed it. So I had let her see Jayla, and there's like pictures of that in my phone.
Did she develop any sort of relationship with Jayla?
Jayla loves her.
Tell me about that.
And just Jayla loves her. Jayla loves everybody. If you meet Jayla today,
I'm sure,
and you have good energy, she'll love you too.
Yeah, just based on how you talk about her, that's kind of the feeling I get from her.
She loves everybody. I'm so sorry. The room is spinning for me right now. I'm so sorry. I'm hearing so many voices in my head right now.
Nope, you're all right. I think this has been working okay for me. If it's been working okay for you,
I'm trying my hardest to answer all your questions. I'm so sorry.
So, did you and Willie talk about anything else in those messages today?
Just the money.
So, Justin, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Please,
did that discussion about money that she owed you, did that take place in person today?
No, it's on text. It's on iMessage.
So, did Willie come here with you?
No.
From Georgia?
No.
Do you know any reason that Willie would be here?
If she came, it had something to do with my mom. It had nothing to do with me if she came here.
Had something to do with your mom? Why do you say that?
Because her and my mom have been talking and communicating. Ever since me and her stopped talking, her and my mom have been like best of buddies.
Tell me about that. Like, I guess, how do you know that Mom and Willie are talking?
Because Willie said something to me crazy that I know only could have came from my mom one time, and that's when I had blocked her number for the last few weeks. I haven't even been speaking to her. I blocked her number.
What'd she say?
She was just trying to talk about my childhood, something I know only my mom could have told her.
So, something that you didn't tell her, but she knew about?
Because we weren't close enough for me to tell her anything like that. So what she said was something about she was trying to tell me how I came up, and I was like, you can't speak on that because you weren't there. Like, my mom isn't the person you think she is, and y'all being buddy. Like, I asked her not to speak to my mom after she had got the number out of my phone. I told her that wasn't cool.
Your mom got the number out of your phone, or she got your mom's number?
When I was having one of these episodes and I fainted somewhere, I think we were at Twin Peaks or somewhere, and I fainted. It was me, her, Ann, and Jayla, and I fainted. I was having a business meeting and I fainted, and she called my mom.
Okay.
But I don't like, we were cool. I didn't have anything bad. I don't have any bad things to say about her, but that's never been my girlfriend. That's always just been Ann's friend.
And you haven't seen her since that falling out?
I seen her in Georgia, but that was it. She had left some stuff at my house.
Which house? Your new one or your old place?
My old one.
Your old place?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of stuff did she leave there?
Like some clothes that she had over there when she was coming over with Ann.
Okay. How'd you end up seeing her? Did you have to let her in so she could get them?
She knew somebody else in the building, and they let her in, and she came over my balcony and knocked on the door.
While you were still living there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I lived I technically still live there on the first floor, so if you can get past all of those key fobs, which somebody had to let her pass all the key fobs, there's like a corridor in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So all of our balconies for that floor are right there, and I'm on the first floor, so she literally climbed over and knocked on the window, scared the shit out of me.
And so, I'm sorry, I'm just trying not to butcher her. I'm trying not to butcher her first name, because it's Will.
I've never known how to say it. I've always just called her Willie.
It's Will Anna.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So,
I pray to God that's not who you're telling me something happened to.
So,
please tell me that's not her that something happened to.
Unfortunately, I do think that is who was in the house today. And so, like I said, that's what we need to figure out is...
I pray that it's not, because even though I feel like she's not meant to, so what you're trying to say, I can't even think straight. I'm so sorry. Just give me 1 second to process what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're telling me, like, right now you're trying to tell me that Willie is not alive, or who you think is Willie.
Correct. The way I got that name, Justin, is when they were searching your mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
In the room where you were staying, like in the living room there was a purse. And in that purse, Willie's ID was in there. Mm-hmm. And then with you describing those tattoos for me,
mm-hmm.
I mean, the most descriptive one is that broken tattoo, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the one that's on her neck, because
yeah.
I have a neck tattoo, so that was one of the things we talked about.
Right. So...
I never, ever, ever want to see anything bad happen to Nah. Like I said, Jayla loves Nah. Nah is like Willana, Willie.
And so, a couple of times there, Justin, you just called her Nah?
Yeah, Nah.
Does she go by Nah?
She goes by Willie. I say Nah because it's a joke thing between me and her. I used to tell her all the time, like, nah, you can't come around me, nah, you know what I mean?
Right, a little play on words.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happened today with Nah?
I only text Nah today. I have not, like, that's what I'm saying, like.
So, do you remember kind of some of the stuff we talked about earlier? And I was talking about when we do find out who it is that's hurt, and
but you could check my phone. I text her today.
Okay.
Which I'm just saying, like, if I was around her, I wouldn't be needing to text her.
Does your phone have a passcode on it, Justin? Is that anything you'd be willing to tell me?
Not really.
Okay.
And that's not just off of.
No.
But I'll open it for you if you want to bring it to me. I'll gladly open it for you and show you our
That's
whole
certainly
text.
something that we can approach.
Okay. I'll gladly show you me and her whole text thread so you can see that I was texting her today. Like, gladly.
But
I'm so sad. Now.
And I understand that.
No, now I'm like having this episode, and now I'm like hurting at the same time. Like, never want to see nothing bad happen to her.
It's a lot, but
no, it's too much, and that's why I've been telling my mom, it's too much, Mom. I feel like I'm about to break. It's too much. It's too much.
So, Justin, and I know this is probably one of the most difficult times you've had ever.
This is the most difficult. I'm not even gonna lie
But
to you.
now we need to figure out how Na ended up being shot inside of your mom's house.
I just pray to God her and my mom didn't get into it.
Did you see Na at all today?
No, I did not see Na today.
Because I was talking to the officer that you talked to first.
Yeah.
And so Na is found in the
Can you call
garage.
it Willie, please? It'll make it easier for me to.
So Willie is found in the garage, and she's found between your mom's car and the entry door.
What do you mean the entry door?
So the door into the house.
The actual garage or the door?
The door. So she's between that car and in that area between. I think she's back a little bit.
If she's back a little bit, it would make sense of why I couldn't see. But I wasn't looking for anything or him, because he literally was there with the garage door open.
And so, again, something I have to be able to explain though is Brittany calls 911 because something's going on in that house, and she said it was because you were arguing with your girlfriend, who she called Na. And
see, you said Nay earlier. I know.
That's just me being ignorant.
No, I understand.
Right?
I really don't know anybody named Nay. If you would have said Na or Willie from the beginning, I could have jumped straight into it. But I really don't know any. I started thinking about like my first girlfriend in high school. Her name was Janae. It's the only Nay I could think of.
And so, the big thing is though, is if Willie did come up here with you from Georgia, then she's been here for almost 9 days, right?
I don't.
So
I don't know how many days.
There's going to be other people that saw her up here as well.
For sure.
And if she was with you, there's going to be people that saw her with you.
For sure.
So now again is the time to talk about it. And so if she was not here with you, I'm telling you, if she was shot inside that house, it happened after you got home. And that quick, based on when the officers come.
It would have had to have happened before I got home, is what I'm trying to tell you. It would have had to. It would have 100% had to. 100%. I'm telling you, like, there's nothing more important to me than my daughter right now. Nothing.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and play with you guys, family or not. I'm not going to sit here and play with you guys about nothing. And I don't. If I'm sounding angry, it's not.
No, you're not sounding angry. Because I hope I'm not.
No, it's not even that. It's just like I know how I'm feeling right now, so I could come off aggressive in like this part of the cycle right now. So I'm just trying to give you a heads up.
So, when we do see those messages between you and Willie,
you'll see that.
Is there going to be more messages that are more? Is there going to be more messages than what we just talked about?
Not from today, not really. Just us talking about money.
What about let's just say the last month, because if you guys are in a relationship, there's communication that goes back and forth.
Like I said, there's communication back and forth, just here and there. Like she like what kind of threw me off the first time that I like was around her. She did shrooms and she started telling me she loved me and stuff like that, and that she was Jayla's real mom, and that creeped Ann out.
It's understandable.
Yeah, and that's why I said they started bumping heads, but they were the ones that were friends, and I was just there trying to, you know, help Ann get on her feet.
Right. Has Willie ever been inside your car?
100 times, 1,000,000 times. It just.
When do you think the last time she was inside your car was?
I don't know. Maybe right before I came from Atlanta.
Right before you came?
A couple of days before. Maybe.
Okay. What were you guys doing?
I think we went to the grocery store. I think that when she came to get her stuff that day, we talked for a while and I cooked, and then she went on about her way.
Do you remember which grocery store you guys went to?
No. We probably went to a few, knowing me, because the stuff that I buy usually got to go to Kroger, Publix, and Walmart sometimes. So
right.
It probably was one of those. Probably the Kroger on Peachtree, right up the street from me.
Justin, if you can,
I'm sorry.
That route that you take up here, do you have normal places that you stop and get gas? Or like certain towns? So I lived in Ohio for a little bit.
This was my first time driving this car up here, so I stopped in places I've never stopped before just because it burned gas different.
Do you remember any of the places that you stopped?
I'm sorry.
How do you usually pay for gas?
I was paying cash.
Cash?
Okay. I wish I wouldn't have right now.
Did you guys stop, or did you stop at any restaurants or anything on the way up? Where you would have gotten out and had to go inside, stretch your legs, anything like that?
I don't like to get out at places.
For the reasons we talked about?
Well, just Jayla is, like, the only time I really get out with Jayla is if I have to go inside and, like, see if they have a changing station. But even changing her, I change her in the car for the most part. So, like, I would just literally carry Jayla in, pay for gas, come right back out.
You mentioned a little earlier that last night you went to your grandma's house in Rock Island.
I'm not sure if it was last night. Like I told you before, I wasn't sure what day it was.
I think you said it was last night just because you said you and maybe your mom were running around, you had to pick up the car, etc., and that's why Jayla ended up staying up a little later than she normally does.
Yeah, but she's been up late for the last couple of days, so I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or, you know, like I told you, my days have been blending.
Who lives in your grandma's house now?
Nobody. My cousin Pam that had the stroke was supposed to be moving in. They were remodeling everything so she could move in, but then she had the stroke.
What's Pam's last name?
Taylor.
Did you get to visit Pam at all?
I tried to.
Is she like in the hospital still?
She's still in Iowa City in the ICU, and they won't let anybody but her kids go see her, and they only let one person in a day, so I wasn't able to physically go there.
Did you drive all the way to Iowa City to try though?
No. They wouldn't. I talked to her son. Her son is who had brought me the weed, and he wouldn't.
Who's her son? Sorry.
Antonio Taylor. And he told me that I wasn't going to be able to see her, so.
Okay. Did you, while you were in town, did you ever go and try to see James' dad? I don't know what your relationship with that guy would be or not be.
I'm sorry, my chest is hurting so bad.
Okay.
But no, I haven't tried to see James' dad. It's the same situation. James can't even see his dad. They helped him and let him sit outside of his dad's window to just be there, but because of COVID, they're not really letting people in hospitals right now.
Okay.
Not here, at least.
Okay. Are we gonna find any of Willie's stuff inside your car?
You shouldn't. Definitely shouldn't.
Okay.
Like I said, we weren't like that, and then she came and got all of her stuff.
All right, from your old place. And you said you guys had talked for for a little bit. Why?
We talked
right?
for some hours.
Did you guys reconcile a little bit after the last blow up? Since you're not with Ian anymore, I guess.
We made peace.
What got you guys to that point? The making peace.
Kind of. We were just talking about the whole Ann thing and how Ann was back in the hospital at the time. You know, and I was just telling her how I felt about things. She was telling me how she felt about things, and you know, that was one of the things like that we were cool with. Like, we could argue, say we hate each other, all of that. Like, we wish we never met each other, and then we could have a friend conversation. Like, I feel like even with some of my like guy friends, we kind of do that. We might yell at each other and blow up, and then come back and, you know. And I think she had a lot of growing up to do, man. And just saying had is just hurting me, man.
Yeah. Tell me a little more about. So does Willie have her own issues too then?
Willie's mom is schizophrenic.
Okay.
Well, that's what she told me, and she thought she was schizophrenic too, but she hadn't been diagnosed.
Cause around when was it that she was trying to make like the claim like she was Jayla's mom?
Like, that was like sometime March, early April. Had to be April.
Okay. When you guys had your kind of reconciliation, did you bring that up at all?
No, I just thought it was really weird, and I tried to blame it on the drugs, but that's another thing that turns me off because Ann is addicted to drugs. Like, child services found cocaine, meth, THC, and opioids in her system when they did the hair follicle test. So I felt like she was a bad influence, and instead of being a good friend and helping Ann get off the drugs, she was doing them with her.
Okay, so as far as you know, Willie's into all same kind of drugs?
Willie loves shrooms and like acid and things like that. She's a psychedelic type of person.
Okay.
Pray to God that's not who's over there, man.
So again, based on your description of her and the stuff that we found, I'm confident it is her.
She's so beautiful, man. I pray to God, man.
So you said that your mom and her were close after she tried to help you?
Mm-hmm. They've been close. I think my mom had bought her a plane ticket one time and all type of crazy stuff.
Do you remember around when that was?
I don't. They lied. They neither one of them would tell me they were speaking to each other.
Where did she buy her a plane ticket to?
I don't know. I think she was in Arizona or something, and my mom bought her a plane ticket. I don't know where to or from. I just know that's what I know.
Willie was in Arizona, and your mom bought a plane ticket for her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't to come here, was it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I just know they were having communications, and my mom slipped up when I asked if she had talked to her. When I very first got here, I asked my mom if she had talked to her, and she said, "Why? I ain't got no money for no plane ticket." And I just was like, "Why would you even mention a plane ticket?" So that's why I say she bought her a plane ticket. I'm not 100% sure. I just, from my mom slipping up and saying that.
And she was saying that at basically the beginning of your trip here.
When I first got here, I asked her when she had spoken to her because I had spoken to her, like I said, right before I came down here. So it was just one of the things on my mind. I asked my mom when she had spoken to her.
And did you confront your mom about the plane ticket or anything?
I learned my lesson with my mom. My mom is gonna lie to the end. So I don't even, to stop arguments a lot of times, I'll ask her about something. If she lies and I know she's lying, I'll just kind of let it go and move on. Because if I don't, then it's gonna be an argument. It's gonna be her putting me out, me and Jayla out at 2, 3 in the morning, or trying to do something to us. So I just try to keep the peace.
And you do that by just trying to avoid the conflict?
I just shut up. That's like my go-to thing with all of them now, because I'm always going to be the bad guy, so I just shut up.
How much money did Willie pay you?
She owed me $1,200, and I had Apple paid her $1,300, and then
when did you send her the money?
A while ago. Somebody hacked my iCloud, like I told you, which I really believe was in.
Okay.
So I had money in my Apple Pay, and I sent it to her. I locked my Cash App card and my Chime and stuff like that, and I had asked her to hold the money until
you got it squared away.
Until I could like change all my passcodes and emails and all that.
So you sent the money to Willie to basically hold for safekeeping, and you had to remind her to send it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And maybe this is a silly question. If she had $1,300 a year sitting in Apple Pay, do you know why? If she needed money, like it doesn't sound like she would be above just using it.
She used some of it. I told her that it wasn't a loan when I sent her the money. That's one of the things I texted her. It wasn't a loan. I want my money. And then I called her. I tried to call her. She answered for like 1 second and said, "I'm about to get you your money," and hung up. And then she sent me the money, so I left it alone. This shit is crazy, man.
So this isn't some like weird, crazy scenario where like your mom paid for her to come here and she showed up today, is it?
If it is, I don't know anything about it. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
Like, would there be any reason for your mom to try to get her here while you're here?
My mom thinks that girls are the answer to all of my problems. So she'll try to like force girls on me when she sees that I'm going through these cycles and stuff like that. So if she did, this wouldn't be the first time she's done something like that. So it wouldn't be far-fetched. But I didn't know about it if she did. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But you're saying she's done it in the past?
Yeah, she's done it with like my high school girlfriend Adriana. She's done it with, and she's done it. My mom likes to be too involved in.
What'd she do with those ones?
The same thing. Got them plane tickets, bus tickets, gave them money for people to drive them places. With Ann, she literally took Ann from Atlanta and brought her up here and let her stay with her for a while. Like this girl from Memphis that I used to date named Shaquana, she let Shaquana stay with her for a long time, and she would go visit her in Memphis. I don't know if I said Nashville, but it was Memphis. But she used to go visit her in Memphis, and I think she still might go visit her in Memphis from time to time.
Your mom might still go visit this girl?
I seen a picture a couple years ago of like her and my mom and my sister on like Beale Street in Memphis.
So when we're talking about, you're saying that your mom likes Willie. Do you think that like your mom thinks Willie's, I guess, good for your mental health?
I don't know, because I told my mom like I told my mom like that I didn't trust her. As far as like not giving people my location and stuff like that, I don't know. I told her all of these things, things I was afraid of with her.
Right,
and I told her like I'm not.
So if you're afraid of that stuff with Willie, how are you trusting her with $300 or $1,300?
I didn't have anybody else to send it to. I don't have any other friends.
You don't have any guys or like business people that you can.
No, I don't have anybody, and I knew it was a transaction history, so I knew that if anything happened, I would call the police and let them know that she stole my money. But I just didn't get like thief vibes from her.
Like
thief vibes.
Thief vibes. Yeah, sorry.
I just don't know why she would be here, man.
So when you're texting with her today,
she didn't say she was here. Nothing. And
that's happened. So, those messages are happening while you're watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right?
Like right at the end of it.
Okay. And so.
Like the middle of episode 6 when he flew in the window with like his new suit and all of that from Wakanda. It was like right around that time. I was just trying to get stuff situated because I knew I had to get that money order tomorrow.
For the rent?
Mm-hmm.
How much is the rent?
It was going to end up being like $2,000.
With the late fee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can't believe this shit.
So, for me,
this is crazy, man.
I'm with you. I'm gonna go back to what we were talking about before, where I try to find stuff to help prove Justin's story. So what we're gonna talk about, if you're okay with it, is the trip up to Davenport. Okay. So you leave on May 1st, because that's the day you arrive.
No, I left the night before.
Okay. What time do you think you left?
I pulled over and slept in Nashville, so I left early, but then I ended up still being late because I overslept in Nashville.
Where'd you pull over? Like at a rest stop or gas station?
It was one of those little hotels off the side, and then we just parked in the back, and I locked the doors and put her in my lap, and I had her blanket, and we just slept in the driver's seat.
Okay, so you pulled over at a hotel but slept in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the name of the hotel, anything like that?
Yeah, it was just one of those random, I was falling asleep driving, so I just pulled over.
So, if you arrive May 1st, there's only 30 days in April. So, you leave the 30th, and you make it to Nashville. And how long does it take to get to Nashville from Atlanta?
Like 5 hours.
Okay.
I was beat. It started getting dark. I'm not good at driving at night.
Okay.
Is she coming back? My chest is hurting so bad.
I can certainly step out and check.
Can you text? I just don't want you to leave either. I'm sorry. I know that sounds really weird.
No, you don't bother me at all. Sorry.
Like I'm literally hearing voices right now, and I'm getting back in the depressed days.
So you stay at Nashville.
I was gonna call Adonai to stay at his house. But
that your buddy?
But I didn't. Like, it was right before I got to Nashville, and he lives past Nashville, if that makes sense. So coming this way, it would be like 45 minutes past Nashville, and I didn't think I could make it.
So you stop. You guys sleep in the car behind a hotel that's, I imagine, just like kind of right off the highway. And you said you slept.
I overslept. That's why I ended up, me and Jayla and my mom and everybody, we ended up missing Joy's party. Because I overslept at the hotel outside.
And Joy's party was at the trampoline thing, right? North of town, like in Eldridge. Do you remember what time the party was supposed to start?
I don't know, but I didn't get there till like 6.
Did you and Jayla, did you drive straight there, or did you go to mom's first?
I don't remember. Sorry. If you give me a minute, I'll try.
You're fine.
I don't remember. Sorry.
How about this? So I know you actually go all the way out to Helium, right? And you said
I had to stop at my mom's house first.
Okay.
Because shit, what was about my brain? I'm sorry.
Stopped at mom's bathroom.
I'm just hearing shit. It wasn't even. I ended up getting in the car with my mom, and me and my mom rode that way.
Rode towards the party?
My mom went with me because me and my mom and Jayla.
Whose car did you take?
My mom's.
What's your mom's car? I know they know, but just for me.
She's got a green Nissan Murano.
Okay.
That's the one that's in the driveway.
That's the old one?
I don't even know where her new car is because I'm not allowed to be anywhere around it. I just know it's white. My
mom has a motorcycle, and it's very, if you go too near it, she feels some type of way about it. So you, your mom, and Jayla drive up to the party, and you think you get there around 6?
Yeah, I got there as they were coming out to load the cars.
Okay.
My mom had called Joy's mom to let her know that we were going to be late and I wasn't going to make it. And then she asked if Joy could stay with me. So Joy ended up staying with me. That's what I told you. Joy ended up staying with me, and I'd just been taking her to school.
Yeah, and she was with you like all week, right?
A couple of days out the week. She went to go home and open her presents and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
she started missing her mom, and I bought her a phone for her birthday. She's 6 and she got an iPhone, so she FaceTimes me. So that's her cool thing. She doesn't want to be right next to me, so she can FaceTime me.
Absolutely.
I feel like my chest is about to collapse.
Does Joy know who Willie is?
I don't think so.
They wouldn't have. So
They took when
your mom came out and brought
in
Joy and Joshua,
Atlanta,
right?
yeah, in Atlanta,
Would they have met him there?
I know we had all took a picture together one time too.
Okay.
We took a Polaroid together. That was Willie's thing. She liked to take Polaroids.
During this last week with the vegan diet, do you and the family ever like go out to eat anywhere?
There's nowhere to go.
Could go to Chipotle.
Well,
I'm just messing with you a little bit there.
I cooked, so.
You cooked?
I cooked the whole time I was.
Did you have to do the grocery shopping?
No, my mom didn't want me to go outside, so she sent Jock and Brittany every single time. She didn't want me to go outside at all.
Okay. So between Atlanta and Nashville, before you stopped to sleep, do you remember stopping to try to get gas anywhere?
No, I didn't get gas before Nashville.
Okay.
I had filled up.
In Atlanta?
Yeah, but like 2 nights before, I had filled up.
Okay, and still had a full tank from it?
Because everything I need, like where I live, there's a grocery store in the parking lot, Costco's in the parking lot, anything. There's a barber shop, a clinic, like everything I need.
Walking.
So I never have to drive. The furthest I drive, like I said, is that Kroger that's like 5 minutes outside of the neighborhood. But the only time I went grocery shopping, it was me and my mom, I think.
Do you remember where you guys went?
Hy-Vee at Northgate. It was a couple days ago.
You guys went all the way up to the Northgate one, not Locust?
We were already
out and about.
She had we were supposed to go to this pawn shop to look at stuff, and we didn't end up making it, so we just ended up going to Hy-Vee over there.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So.
And my sister and Jock had Jayla.
Okay.
She loves her auntie.
Sounds like that girl's got love for everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
Which is good. So between Nashville and Davenport, I imagine you would have had to stop and get gas probably just once if you take it down low and then fill it back up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have any idea where you stopped?
No. It was when I just stop whenever I get like under 30 miles. I just pull over at the next gas station. I'm not one of those people that plans it out.
Yeah.
And I had never taken this car on a trip before, so I didn't know how it was gonna, like operate on gas.
Right. I imagine a Volkswagen sedan, you get decent gas.
Nope. It only takes premium. And it's terrible on gas.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know Volkswagen, they have a weird like corner of the market where they sell those like diesel, even like cars.
I wish it was one of those, because you could convert those into grease traps.
Okay. And you paid cash. Do you remember if you got a receipt or anything that would be in your wallet or in the car? Or?
I don't usually get cash receipts.
Right.
And I only pay cash because I have like, my bank is called Citizens Trust.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this black bank, and they're not the greatest. So even with my jewelry stuff, I had paid my warehouse in China, and they texted me and asked if it was me, and I said yeah, and they still like completely canceled my card, and it took 3 weeks to get another one. That's why I was like, I'm gonna just use cash while I'm there.
Yeah, no, I understand that. So I just got a text about some other stuff that was found when they were searching.
Let's talk about it, please. Just keep talking.
Yep.
It's helping me a lot. Just keep talking.
So, it's going to circle back to the gun conversation, okay? And remember when I was asking you firearms, accessories, anything in the car?
Shouldn't have been nothing in the car.
Okay. So there was one like live bullet, like unshot bullet, found inside your car.
That's probably been in there forever and always.
How long have you had the car?
For over a year, and a lot of my friends that have rode in that car have firearms, so if it was one live bullet, it was probably found on the passenger side or something.
Okay.
Because that's...
Yeah, I don't know exactly where it was
and
found.
then, like I said, Ann's boyfriend was driving the car for a while.
Okay.
But I don't have anything to do with any of that.
Okay, and there was a gun found inside the house.
That didn't have nothing to do with me either.
Okay, so they'll test it.
For sure.
Is there going to be any fingerprints?
Shouldn't be.
What about any of your DNA on it?
Where'd you find it? Because you could.
They just sent me a list of stuff that was found.
If you tell me where you found it, I can tell you if I might have accidentally touched it or something while I was there.
After talking to you for as long as we've been talking, I think you're intelligent enough that you would remember if you touched a gun.
Well, this is the thing, like, if my mom and them have a gun in there, it's probably somewhere. So I could have been, and you haven't seen the house, so if you understand how junky the house is, like if it's in a box or something, could have touched anything anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but so I guess what you're saying is you didn't knowingly touch a gun? Okay. And
she's not coming back, is she?
No, I think she's out. Sorry, they just... Okay. Somebody just forwarded me one of the reports that Ann filed on you from down there.
Did you see all the ones I filed on her?
I didn't. They just tell.
Please tell them not to send you anything if they're not going to send the rest.
I would imagine we will request everything.
Please. And all the fake calls and fake everything that was put on me.
Yeah, because that call was from like the end of April, so it was the 27th. That's like 9. So like 2 weeks ago.
And that's what I'm telling you. That's like.
What did you end up talking to the police during that one? 2 weeks ago. What happened?
Nothing, because they seen she was having a schizophrenic episode and they took her to the hospital.
Okay.
That's all that happened.
Is there any reason that it seems like she likes to say that you have a gun?
That's Ann's favorite thing to say, because when she found out my criminal record, that was one of the things, like, people accused. Like, I told her about the time I got into a fight out by Americana, and the guy was like with his girlfriend at the gas station, and he said I had a gun. It was really my phone in my pocket. I got charged with a gun. Right.
Really?
Right. Davenport. That's why I said you guys don't always get it right. So
I can tell you that if I tried to take that case anywhere now,
right,
it's not even worth our time.
They found,
how do you prove it?
They never was seen on camera with a gun. They found me in Americana, like, waiting on my friend to come downstairs. I was parked at his house when the police came, and the guy said I had a gun. They checked me. All I had was a big ass, like, at the time, like an Android phone in my pocket. So on the video from the gas station, they tried to say it was a gun in my pocket on the camera. That's how they charged me. Never found me with a gun. Never had a gun, but I got a gun charge from it. So Ann knows that. So that's Ann's favorite thing to say, because she knows that she likes to say that I threatened her, or that I beat her up, or that I had a gun. Because in Georgia, it's a woman-friendly state. If a woman calls and says a man did anything, the man automatically goes to jail, and then they figure it out. Then with the saying somebody did something, she figured out what a terroristic threat was. So that's the first time. Ange robbed me twice or 3 times now. I don't know. It's been so many. But the first time that she did it, her and another girl that we were sleeping with, they called the police and said that I threatened to shoot them, but they weren't even around each other. So they pinned it as a terroristic threat because they both heard it, even though one was at Hooters and one was in a lift.
Okay.
And I went to jail for that immediately also, and had to fight that, and that got dismissed because they found out Ann was lying the same way. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still went to jail and got charged. And
so, back before Atlanta, I mean, did you ever fuck around with guns?
The one thing by Americana was here, but I've never got caught with a gun. I've never had a gun. Like, I never was a gun guy. I like to fight. I've always been a fighting guy. Never was a gun guy.
So I'll have two follow-ups to that. One being, I know you're into the music. I don't know what you do for if you're making your own videos or doing that stuff, but I know what other people do. I think you get where I'm going with this. Have you ever used them for, I guess, production purposes?
My music has always been positive and uplifting. It's never been rah-rah. It's always been, like, my biggest song is called What About Her, which I'm rapping about my daughter, like
Joy or Jayla.
Well, technically she's not even my daughter. It was a little girl named Malia that I thought was mine for a long time, and I found out she wasn't. So I made a song about her mom was a stripper and stuff. So I made a song, and in the song and video, it's pretty much like, what about her? Like, you're doing all this stuff, but what about her? So the song is kind of like foreseeing her future of things that could happen from her dad not being around and her mom being a stripper. So I'm asking, what about her through the whole song? And it's just crazy scenarios, but I've never been that guy. I've always been the ladies' man guy. I've never been that guy.
And then, so my other follow-up would be, on your phone or any of those phones, are there going to be any pictures of guns?
Never.
Anything like that?
Never. I've never been one of those guys.
Okay.
Never, ever been one of those guys.
Okay. So, in that text conversation with Willie today, I guess, how'd you guys leave it?
The last thing I said to her was it wasn't alone. And then I realized she had sent me the money, so that was it.
No messages after? Nothing?
I wish it would have been.
Did you talk to her at all elsewise, like during the week while you were up here?
I'm not sure.
Like, did you ever tell her you were up here? Tell me about that conversation, and like, is that another iMessage conversation?
I'm not sure, but I know I told her I was here though.
Like,
I didn't give her an exact location. I just told her I was with my family.
Okay, and she knows that your family's from up here?
I don't know, because I don't know what her and my mom talk about. I don't really like to tell people my personal information like that, so I didn't tell her anything for real. I'm in the super depressing stage right now.
I
don't know if, I'm sorry.
I'm sticking with you.
I appreciate you. You have no idea how much I appreciate you right now, because I'm having all those bad emotions right now. Suicidal bad emotions.
Is it something, so it sounds like Chris, the lady that came, isn't going to be able to get hooked up with your doctor tonight. Do you think it's bad enough that you need to go talk to somebody tonight at the hospital?
Please.
Okay.
I feel...
I'm going to try to figure out how logistically we're going to do that. And if you're okay, I'm just going to... Because it might be something where we actually have to have an ambulance come take you up there. Is that what you want?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please.
I know that was pretty long, but if you got to this point, before we get out of here, we do want to say, once again, rest in peace to Willona Bibbs. Love and condolences to her family. But there you have it. That was this interrogation. It seems he was all over the place. Like we said 3 weeks ago, he was sentenced to 25 years after being convicted in May. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And till then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.